Hello Virgos, welcome in. Welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name is Wendy Wing. I'm so grateful for my Virgos here. So appreciative of all of you allowing me to translate these messages for you. So this reading is for Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Cross watchers are always welcome. We're looking at the energies of February 2025. Any messages for Virgos, thank you, for the month of February 2025. Thank you. All right. The overall energy of the reading, we have two cards. The Moon and Five of Swords. All right. So some type of bullying has been hidden. Some type of win at any cost. Someone is trying to get their way through any means necessary. Definitely has a bully energy. It's coming up, it feels like in our collective subconscious, this bully energy. Someone's been bullying someone and it's been hidden. What do we, thank you. Oh, World card. Six of Swords, Two of Wands. It looks like you're ending this bullying cycle. Oh, this feels like covert. Someone who's covert. Very punishing, very hidden. This is someone who wounds people behind closed doors. This is hidden abuse. Okay. So it's not out in front of everybody. This feels like someone who behind closed doors is a monster. Terrible, horrible person who doesn't know how to deal with their emotions, and so they take it out on someone behind closed doors. It looks like that cycle's ending. Someone's moving away from that way of being, no longer tolerating. It feels like someone's already made the decision energetically. Sometimes in personal readings, people will come in and they're wanting to know what their decision is, and it looks like, I'm like, well, you've already energetically made the decision. I think what you're trying to figure out is how to line up with that decision, how to start making, how to talk that decision, how to start making steps towards, so you can line up in the 3D with the decision energetically you've already made. Energetically, here it feels like no longer allowing someone to abuse you behind closed doors. Feels like someone has taken advantage of your vulnerability, thinking you'll just always take it. You'll always tolerate this. And it feels like you're wanting to move away. It feels like you've already energetically made this decision. You're just trying to figure out how to enact it. Move on, move away from this terrifying behavior. Two of Wands talks about someone who has experienced life so quickly, gotten back home, and there's a need to get out of the house. There's a need to start a new story. And I get the feeling here that a lot of you are not tolerating hidden abuse. You're ending that cycle. Oh, okay. Some of you with the King of Swords showing up in the Eight of Wands, some of you are needing help from police, some type of legal assistance, some type of authority This feels like such a specific message. But it looks like calling the authorities, inviting the authorities into this, because with Eight of Wands, it feels like the behind closed doors might be escalating. It feels like this person is unhinged and you need help. For some of you, it feels like you might be wondering, should I get help? Should I? Yes! Especially if there's been an escalation of these emotions. With the Moon card, not only is it hidden, it feels like this person is acting from their unconsciousness. It doesn't even feel like they're really present. It feels like they kind of leave the room and they're in an expanded state. If that's the case, can you get help? Can you call attention to this? Make sure you're safe. Your safety and kids, if there are kids, since there's the man in this picture is yelling. It looks like the swords are coming towards this child. There's something about someone being vulnerable, and you're standing up, calling the authorities, finding whatever protection that you need against this type of energy. Someone who's abusing behind closed doors. There you are, Virgo, showing up in your reading as the Hermit. Yeah, there's a need to separate, to be on your own. Okay, there's the Devil card. Okay. All right, so let's address the instability, maybe financial issues here. It feels like this person has set things up so you are dependent on them financially. There's some type of instability, maybe financial security that you have, that this person's banking on, that you need them, and so you'll tolerate this horrible treatment. They feel justified in this treatment because of whatever toxic beliefs that they have. This is definitely feels like a trauma bond. This is someone who's taking advantage of your insecurities, your instabilities. There's some type of broken contract here. Hierophant reverse, Hanged Man reverse. There's something here around this person feels that it is a-okay for them to break a contract. They don't feel obligated, but but you need to adhere by the contract. High honors in regards to this contract. Someone with high honors. Long road, occupation reversed. Maybe you don't have a job. This has been a long road. Maybe a lifetime of experiencing covert abuse, neglect, behind closed doors. And what I'm getting is it feels like this person has some type of, they feel that they're honorable. There's something about this person who's very abusive behind closed doors. Oh, that's why. They can maintain high honors because out in public, they're unfazed. They can maintain balance. They don't have issues with people. They can laugh things off because behind closed doors, they take out all their frustrations on you, someone else. It feels like you. Maybe a child, maybe both. So they can keep their reputation pure because they look really good. Whereas you are being hurt, wounded behind closed doors. It's a secret that you're even keeping. It makes you as you leave, as you go about your life, you are burdened. And it feels like this person shifts blame onto you. And then when they're done with you, when you can't tolerate anymore, when you've decided you've had enough, it feels like then they discard. And there's some story this person has told. They're so amazing. They have such high and honorable way of being. All right. Ooh, I feel so much resentment and anger and frustration. I think when recognizing maybe what you've been a part of and realizing that it was working, that this is exactly what they wanted. You were never going to be able to talk them into treating you fairly, because that's never what this was about. Whew. All right. What's hidden, Virgo, is the Eight of Pentacles. I just heard Rihanna. Work, 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 work. La, 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 la. All right. That is a lot of work. This person was taking advantage of your free labor too. Maybe finances. You would feel some type of shame that something's wrong with you, that the person that you love so much is treating you this cruelly. So instead of having a healed person's response of, oh, no, that's yours. No, you're not allowed to treat me this way. Done. Instead, it feels like you would feel wounded and try harder. And that's what they wanted. They wanted free labor from you. You to work your butt off and to be disempowered. And then, so you're working twice as hard, 3 times, whatever, as hard, and not getting any support, getting all the blame. And that's exactly what what's hidden, what this person wanted. It looks like, oh, interesting. They don't have the higher ground. And then the Ace of Cups came flying in. It looks like you are taking your power back. You're loving yourself, like truly loving yourself, not a sham of what someone says is love and loving, which it's not. Abuse and neglect is not love. It looks like you are maybe for the first time, for some of you Virgos, learning how to love yourself. What is love? Love is definitely only giving from a full cup, not giving from an empty cup. Love is healthy boundaries. Love is standing up for yourself and those you love and care about. Love is removing yourself from harm. Love is taking yourself and going somewhere safe. Love is no longer allowing someone to hurt you. Love is making sure you and your loved ones are safe and protected, willing to speak truths to deception. What else does Virgo need to know? Thank you. Nice. Oh my. Oh. I'll share with the class. So these cards came out. We've got Page of Cups, Knight of Wands, King of Wands, Queen of Wands, or Cups, King of Cups, Queen of Cups, and Temperance. Okay, so the Page of Cups, it feels like there also, again, can be a child involved in this situation or children. And it feels like you learning what love is very healing for everyone involved. Even if there's been some type of lies and deception and manipulation spoken on your name with children, there's something here about focusing on what you can control, focusing on healing yourself, learning what love is. There's also an emotional maturity that it feels like you have a potential to access here. It feels like by keeping you in an abusive cycle, it keeps you in an immature state, keeps you in your emotions, keeps you unhealed, keeps you in fight or flight, probably fawn for a lot of you, a lot of fawning behavior. And so there's a need to feel your feelings, to validate your emotions, all the wonderful aspects of understanding your emotions. So you can sit with them, so you're not afraid of your emotions, so you're not reactive, so you're responsive, so you can sit with those. There's a lot of alchemizing and patience as you recognize the reality that you are in. A lot of processing of uncomfortable emotions. Emotions that you've hidden from yourself, pains and discomfort to tolerate, to stay in intolerable environments. And then we've got the King and Queen of Cups and Knight of Wands. This feels like, yes, on one level there's this masculine and feminine emotional maturity. Feels like you're becoming, there's a real opportunity here. I keep getting of emotions, maturing in your emotions. Being able to sit with those uncomfortable emotions, your uncomfortable emotions, other people's. So it looks like that kind of creates a superpower within you where in the past people would, especially this person, would just know just what to say to kind of poke at you. Even in a room full of people, a comment, it's like a dog whistle. That's what that is, that only you can hear. So you're just constantly being picked on, even around other people. And it's crazy making because you can hear the dog whistle. You can hear the at you. But if you try to get others to understand, then you look crazy emotionally, and that's what this person has banked on, taking advantage of your emotions. It looks like that's not working any longer because you're healing. You're very balanced. All right. And also the King and Queen of Cups is a matched pair. So some of you The thing is, I don't want to go right into like, there's a possible relationship, because this is some heavy stuff. And it feels like if you don't take the time to be by yourself, to learn from this, to heal from this, then you'll go right back into the same type of relationship. If you don't address the wounds, if you don't allow the emotional maturity to happen, then it feels like you could repeat a cycle. Yes. Magician reversed, death reversed. Some of you, it feels like, are just want someone. There's some type of codependency here, addiction that needs to be addressed that would be helpful. Recognizing what this need that I need someone else to care for me is at the root of this difficulty. It feels like there's an opportunity for you to learn how to care for yourself, how to mature emotionally so others can't take advantage of you. And so jumping right into another relationship is feeding the toxic patterning here. That might be a message some of you don't want to hear. I do perceive that after this, when I've had lots of personal readings, and then yes, but it looks like that person, people, lovers, are at a different vibration, and you're becoming the version of you that can have that relationship, the kind that you would prefer. But there's a need to allow your energy to change and shift, or you go back into a very similar relationship. Same type of relationship, different person. All right. Virgo, the outcome and advice is the Two of Swords in reverse. I think there was a lot of confusion, maybe even willful ignorance in relationships, not wanting to see red flags, not wanting to see, not because even if you saw it and you addressed it, this person would deny it or turn it against you, what you perceived. So it feels like you might have become more emotionally immature, fawning, ignoring reality, ignoring the truth. And there's a lot of clarity coming in where there was once confusion. Seeing the truth. You can't do anything about a false reality and fiction, but the truth you can work with. You can... reality you can work with. Fantasy, false perceptions, lies of... you can't work with that. All right. Six of Wands in reverse. There's been, it feels like a public humiliation, feeling played publicly. There's some egoic aspect to this. That this person is honorable or perceived as being honorable. And it feels like this person got to this position of high honors off of your suffering, off of being able to torment you behind closed doors. And they've taken advantage of your insecurities, your lack of fight. This is someone who, if you fought back, would coerce and make you go back down. Like, they're very intimidating. And it doesn't feel like you have a lot of support. Feels like maybe isolated. So, And maybe that's part of this, is isolating you so nobody would know what's going on with you. So you don't have anyone else. Ooh. Yeah, this person, 3 of Swords, 7 of Swords. This person purposely tries to create pain for you. And now it feels like they've not only hurt you again and again and again and again and again in this relationship, but it feels like now there's another betrayal. They're definitely creating some type of smear campaign about you. Lying, cheating, stealing on your name. And it's heartbreaking. And there's a need, 4 of Swords, for you to cut this person out. Cut communication. There's a need for you to heal. It doesn't feel, if this is your story and this is happening, it doesn't feel like right now is the time to fight back. To even address these lies, because you've got some healing to do. You've got some alchemizing of uncomfortable emotions. It feels like there's a lot of internal work that you're doing. It does not seem that, other than maybe protecting your interests, making sure you've got legal support. Do the authorities know about this? It feels like this would be a time to make sure that you have maybe evidence, and to care about your safety, and to get the authorities involved before this escalates, if you feel that this is escalating. For sure, safety first. Taking care of yourself. Making sure you have loved ones, that you're not isolated. If this person has isolated you, then that's part of the new strategy. Protecting yourself and your interests. Finding a space where you are safe, where you can support yourself, where you've got people around you who care and love you, truly. And getting evidence, receipts, and legal support, and for some of you who perceive this, going and filing a restraining order. This feels so specific, but not waiting until it gets worse and worse. It feels like your tolerance level for abuse has gotten so big, and it feels like if you're hearing this, you're done and you're ready to move on and you're ready to heal. But you're trying to figure out how to, those steps, how to separate those kind of things. So, holy cow, Virgo. I hope this has been helpful. Sounds like for those of you who are going through this, you've got this. You can do this. Take care. Bye.